Do you remember what it was like to see the world through the eyes of a child? That feeling that everything was new, magical, and full of promise. If you resonate with this desire to rediscover the joy and lightness of living, subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll find inspiration and support for your spiritual journey. In childhood, each day seemed to bring something unexpected and surprising, and the simple fact of being alive was reason enough to smile. There were no worries about the future, no weight of responsibilities. Every moment was an opportunity to explore, learn, and be amazed. The enchantment was in the little things, the sparkle of the morning sun, the smell of the earth after the rain, the sway of the trees in the wind. There was an innate curiosity, a thirst to discover what the world had to offer. Colors were more vibrant, experiences more intense, and even challenges were met with hope, as if everything was part of a grand game worth playing. Children have a unique ability to live fully in the present. They embrace life with complete openness, without fear of getting hurt, without hesitation in showing who they are. Joy is experienced purely and without filters, not because there is no pain, but because pain has yet to carry the same weight it gains over time. It's as if the heart is always ready to be filled with happiness at any moment. This sense of wonder is not something children consciously seek. It is simply there, an intrinsic quality of being. They don't worry about finding purpose or meaning in everything they do. For them, the act of playing, exploring, and being in the world is enough. The joy is in the experience, in being fully present in every moment, body and soul. However, as we grow older, we begin to lose that sense of presence and wonder. The colors fade, sounds become background noise, and the lightness that once filled us gives way to a growing heaviness. But why does this happen? What causes us, over time, to lose this deep connection with life and the simple joy of existing? As time goes by, responsibilities start to pile up, and the lightness of childhood is gradually replaced by an emotional burden that feels hard to carry. What was once a joyful exploration of the world becomes a daily struggle to balance all the demands that arise. Obligations increase, expectations grow higher, and the freedom to live in the present fades as we are pulled in 1,000 different directions. Work, family, bills, decisions, every choice seems to have deeper consequences, and life, once so vibrant, is now seen through harsher lenses. The pains also start to weigh heavier. They are no longer the skinned knees that heal quickly, but emotional scars that accumulate over the years. Disappointments, losses, frustrations, these begin to seep into our worldview, making us more skeptical, more cautious, and less open to wonder. What was once viewed with curiosity is now met with fear. We begin to protect ourselves, creating an emotional distance between us and the world around us. However, this distance we create to protect ourselves from pain also keeps us away from joy. The ability to be enchanted, to fully allow ourselves to feel, weakens as we build barriers to defend ourselves. Adulthood, with all its demands, teaches us to harden, and over time, this emotional armor disconnects us from our essence. The natural enthusiasm is replaced by a routine that seems to drain our vital energy. Everything starts to feel predictable, monotonous, and apathy quietly sets in, like a shadow, dimming the brightness of our vision. Yet paradoxically, it is at this very moment that a rebalancing is needed. We can't simply live with our hearts completely open as we did in childhood. But neither can we close ourselves off entirely. There is a need to find a middle ground between emotional protection and the vulnerability that allows us to continue seeing the beauty in life. This journey is not simple, but it is essential to rekindle what has been lost. Emotional distance, while it may protect us from new pain, ultimately isolates us from the full experience of living. We cannot avoid difficulties, but we must also not close our eyes to the opportunities to reconnect with what brings meaning and purpose. The journey to rediscover joy isn't about going back in time or trying to relive the innocence of childhood, but rather about finding the beauty that still exists in the present, despite the challenges. The world hasn't become less beautiful, but our ability to see it has been clouded by the weight of accumulated experiences. When we begin to peel away those layers of frustration, disappointment, and skepticism, we can start to notice again the small wonders that have always been around us. Reconnecting with this perspective requires a shift in attitude. It doesn't take grand gestures, but a constant practice of being present, of observing the moment with curiosity and gratitude. When we learn to focus on the little things, a ray of sunlight streaming through the window, the gentle breeze on our face, the unexpected smile of a stranger, we start to awaken that sense of wonder. These small beauties of everyday life can be sources of renewal. They remind us that despite everything, there are still reasons to feel joy, even in the simplest and most routine moments. But this transformation requires more than just changing how we view the present. It also involves actively seeking new meanings. As the years go by, what brings purpose to our lives changes. What once motivated us may no longer be enough, and that's why we need to keep challenging ourselves, exploring new passions, new paths, and new connections. As we expand our understanding of what makes us feel alive, we create space for enthusiasm to flourish again. Seeking new challenges, both internal and external, is an essential part of this process. This might mean learning something new, taking on responsibilities that bring renewed meaning, or even reconnecting with a forgotten spiritual practice. The key is to allow yourself to be challenged, not just by life, but by what you choose to pursue. When we engage with something that gives us purpose, we find the strength to keep going, even in the face of adversity. The lost enthusiasm doesn't disappear forever. It can be rediscovered, not in the naive form of childhood, but in a deeper, more mature way, rooted in the understanding that even amidst difficulties, life continues to offer opportunities to enchant and inspire us. The search for new meanings is what drives us forward. When we are open to new challenges and purposes, we create space for enthusiasm to be reborn. However, this process requires a conscious choice. It's not enough to simply wait for joy to return on its own. We must take action, explore, and connect in ways that expand our worldview and deepen our relationship with the divine and with ourselves. As we open ourselves to these new experiences, we begin to realize that life, at its core, is a constant flow of opportunities to grow and evolve. Every new connection we make, whether with people, ideas, or spiritual practices, brings with it the chance to reframe our journey. By allowing ourselves this openness, we start to see the beauty that was once hidden, and enthusiasm begins to emerge again in a more solid and lasting way. This isn't about regaining a naive sense of joy, but rather finding a deeper joy, rooted in the understanding that life, even in its complexity, still offers countless reasons to smile and be grateful. When we accept this truth, we become more resilient and at the same time, more sensitive to the nuances of beauty and purpose that the world presents to us. Lastly, remember that this journey doesn't have to be a solitary one. There is a community of people, just like you, who are seeking to reconnect with joy and purpose. This channel exists to offer support, inspiration, and the opportunity to walk together on this spiritual journey. If you feel that this message resonated with you, subscribe to the channel to receive more content that can help you find inner peace and reconnect with your spiritual essence. Light and peace to you.